Blaize. Relax. You're amongst friends. Welcome to the show, everyone. Hope you're doing good. We're going to go back to Newcastle soon, but Fletch and Hindy. And a big welcome to two Penrith stars, Mitch, Kenny and Blaize Talagi. On your Blaize. Good to have you on. Mitch, been some sort of season so far for you, Blaize. Bit of a roller coaster, but 6 in a row now. Placed yourself for a 5-peat nicely.
Yeah, well, not getting ahead of ourselves, but it's been nice to chalk up a few wins. We're obviously struggling, but I feel like we've got a bit of momentum now and we want to capitalise on that, but there's plenty of work to do.
But yourself, Blaize, enjoying it?
Yeah, enjoying my footy, enjoying, all parts of it, and yeah.
No, you're doing good, mate. Playing alongside Nathan Cleary, it's fair to say, pretty steep learning curve?
Yeah, it's been a pretty good journey, first came in just watching what he does and learning from him. It's been real good.
Yeah, no, you're going good, pal.
Did you play the new NRL video game?
I haven't,
No?
Am I allowed to,
You're allowed to?
Yeah, it looks... no.
But
You've got wonderful eyelashes.
Thanks.
This game's a bit of a gamer.
Yeah, a bit,
Yeah.
More into, sort of FIFA.
Yeah. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, boys, I tell you what, let's have a look at that final play, the Warriors-Newcastle. For Knights fans, it's a heartbreaker. For the Warriors fans, honestly, this is where this sort of victory gives that sense of destiny about your season. Halasima. So the Warriors, right through their history, produced these players that come out of nowhere. I remember Ali Lauatiti, we're talking about Hindy. Yep. Conrad Harrell came out of nowhere. This bloke, the raps that they've got him, he might end up being the best of the lot of these guys that come out in here. He's some sort of player.
I remember, I'm pretty sure it was his debut. He was playing in the front row and made a 40-metre break straight away. But last week he scored a try out there on the wing. He's scoring the match winner there. And he has a lot of similarities to Ali Lauatiti. The speed, the footwork, the ball work as well. So, yeah, he's going to be one of the Warriors that want to hold on to for a while.
What about it, boys? What about that game?
Feel sorry for the Knights.
Yeah.
It's been a bludger of a week. I mean, firstly, there was the Kalen Ponga situation, the Adams situation with news that, he was going to be moved on, and then they all had diarrhea yesterday, apparently. They did they went through the... So things... just when you thought things couldn't get any worse.
No, I mean, they in all seriousness, you feel sorry for them because they were the better team. They dodged the bullet there with Tanner Boyd with that 2-pointer, and then that happens at the end. It's a cruel game sometimes, rugby league.
Certainly is, Fletch. Not for the faint-hearted.
No, it's another one. You can throw that in.
But, I tell you, if the Knights had to win this game, it would have come down what they did in the first half. The Warriors had a mile of possession, but they held them to 6-0 for a long period of time.
Early. And they had a lot of opportunities, the Warriors, early too, particularly with their kicking game, kicking out to the edge for Watene Zalesniak. They just couldn't come down with the ball. But I thought the Knights built on what they did last week against the Storm, I thought. Last week, the first half against the Storm, they were very impressive, but they just couldn't go on with it in the second half. At least, I know they lost again, but at least they almost put two halves together, and they hadn't kind of seen that in a while from the Knights, and particularly with everything that's going on as well. As we said,
that's right.
The illness, the Kalen Ponga stuff, the Adam O'Brien stuff. So they've done well to get this close, I think.
Hey, Mitch, your great mate, Cogs, here it is. I mean, this was one of the great moments of his career if they'd have won.
Yeah, I feel for him. He willed that one over there, and it looked like they were going to scrap out a gritty win, and looked like Warriors were also doing everything to lose it there, but just some individual brilliance. That was some drama.
Just imagine having to kick this.
Oh, mate, fair dinkum. I was sitting there just going, mate, honestly.
He sprayed it.
Being a goal kicker, they can't pay him enough.
He'll cop that for a week now.
Oh.
Be into him. Because you've come away with the win.
But you see the whole thing, he'll get a try assist here. So all's well that ends well.
Yeah, but still, it'll come up in video sessions.
I don't think anyone else in the Warriors side could score that try. Mitch and I were just discussing it, saying, it's funny when the ball just gets into these blokes' hands. That step at the end to beat the fullback. Oh, handy player. Well,
I'll tell you what, boys. Let's head back to Newey now. We're going to talk to Wayde Egan. Got him on the Rexona mic. Hey, Wade.
Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah, going good, Wade. Matty Johns here. Hey, I tell you what, mate. Have you?
I'm losing there, mate.
That's all right. You got me now. You got me now, Wade.
Yeah. Yeah. Go you, mate. Go.
Gotcha. You got check 1 2 2 2 1 2. Gotcha. Mate,
check 1 2.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right.
Yeah. Have you played in a more bizarre game?
Yeah, that was probably the weirdest game. I'm still in a bit of shock. Matty We honestly lost it about 3 times, and then somehow we win in the death. And if you give the ball to Lecker in any sort of space, mate, he can do special things, and I'm glad he's on our side.
Wait, just on Lecker, just give us a little bit of indication or a bit of an insight on what type of player he is.
Mate, he's that relaxed. He sleeps all day, and then he just comes into the games and puts on clinics like that. So he's just a typical 19-year-old, 20-year-old. Rolls out of bed and just does special stuff like that in the NRL.
Wayde, Tiny, mate, congratulations on a good win. Tanner Boyd missed the shot at goal. Will you be giving him a bit of shit during the week?
Yeah, well, Lukey Metz actually travelled with us, so I'm sure he'll hang a bit on him. He iced one a couple of weeks ago, so I think he'll put a bit of Mickey on him. But nah, mate, he's played awesome for us the last couple of weeks. Obviously stepping in after playing great in New South Wales Cup, and we won't give him too much of a hard time.
And mate, what about your disallowed try? I thought here watching in the studio, it was a try all day.
Yeah, I thought they'd just give me one. I don't get many, so I thought if I just rolled over and gave me one. But, yeah, not to be, mate, not to be.
Hey, Wayde, good on you, mate. Enjoy that. You're having a great season. You've had a number of injuries, but I tell you what, you just keep getting the job done. Good job, mate.
Thanks, Matty. Thanks, boys. Thank you.
He's a good player. Really good player, Wayde Egan. Very clever player. Now, earlier today, I tell you, another incredible game. Tigers 21-20 over the Titans. If you're a Titans fan, it's heartbreak. I mean, Gordon to be on the drink driving someone mad somewhere, but an important win for the Tigers.
Yeah, it was an unusual sort of game. The first half, sort of, neither team wanted to really put their stamp on the game, and then at the end there was a bit of confusion going on. Dewey gets the kick. Didn't look that impressive, but as they say, doesn't look like doesn't matter what it looks like.
Just a question, boys. Right? Yeah. I know there's the commercial aspect and all that sort of, which is vitally important, but I oftentimes think with the Tigers, if Leichhardt Oval was their just home ground, full stop, I mean, how much?
Well, is it reason why they turn up like this? The crowd turns up this because it's a bit of a novelty. Like you don't get it all the time. Is that
Sunday afternoon? I think they'd fill it. Like, look at the weather.
And they always seem to play against like an out-of-town team like the Cowboys or the Titans or a Queensland side. It'd be nice to see them, play against the Eels or the Panthers. There would be absolutely awesome.
Have you played there, boys? Do you like playing there?
Yeah, well, they definitely grow a leg playing there. I've lost to the Tigers out at Leichhardt. It's a bit of a wonder that they don't play a bit more there.
Yeah.
An eighth wonder.
Yeah, the eighth wonder, yeah. I remember going there as a kid. We used to go down and watch them in the 80s and that, and it was the jumbo jets flying above, chocolate, and they had the salted peanuts, which were delicious. Yeah. And I actually don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm just trying to see wonderful memories. Taylor May. Now, they picked him up last week. He played his game in New South Wales Cup. He scored 3 tries. I tell you, Mitch, this is going to be an amazing pickup for the Tigers. He's a powerhouse.
Yeah, Tiny is a phenomenal player, and I think everyone saw what he was capable of at Penrith. And yeah, he's back in the NRL, and I think he's going to be a massive acquisition for him. We saw in just his first game back how good he was, and I think he's just going to get better with each game.
Yeah, we see. Yeah, it can be a fantastic pickup.
He looks very strong.
Combining.
Is he strong in the gym, Mitch?
Yeah, he's a freak athlete. I think out of all 3 of the May brothers, they have different strengths, but Tiny's is just how explosive he is. He's so strong and so fast. He's one of the best athletes I've ever seen.
Now, on the Titans, and honestly, it's such a mystery. You look at the talent in this side, 1 to 17, and they should be doing a lot better than what they're doing at the moment. This shows Dez's frustration. The players have gone in for the shower. He's gone, pig's ass, get out of here. Yeah, get out of there, mate.
I think Matty here was blowing up because have a look at him. I think he's blowing up because they were all showering in their undies.
That is
They can't be doing that.
It is a strange phenomenon.
We'll ask the boys here. You all shower in your Speedos and stuff, don't you now?
Yeah, most of us.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't do it?
Dane Laurie. I think who else? That's what I can think of.
Marto sometimes. There's only a few, yeah.
Strange sometimes?
Yeah.
I mean, when does he
in there with him?
It must be when it's cold.
Who does Marto? Who's he? Why does he wear undies with some people?
I don't know. It's just He's a strange one, Marto. We're all still trying to figure him out, so I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah, what about at home? You're not showering your cozies at home. No, it's just...
Yeah, not a home.
No, okay.
Do you?
Just wondering.
It was always that sort of... No, I won't go there. Now, Manly 18-16 over the Melbourne Storm. It's an enormous win for Manly. At this point of the year, they needed it. But this is the big talking point which led to the winning play. Harry Grant being done for dangerous contact. I've got to say, it was pretty tame.
It was very, very tame. But you know what? The Storm put themselves in this position by playing a style of football. Probably we've seen a bit of them from this year. A lot of errors. Didn't really get into a... They made some breaks, but I think they're relying too much on Jerome Hughes at the moment.
Yeah.
Waiting for a 40-20 or a brilliant kick or a little bit of individual brilliance from Jerome Hughes instead of playing that team game that we've seen from him from many years.
As we see the highlights of the game here behind it, you're right. When you always thought about the Melbourne Storm in the last, under Craig Bellamy, 25 years, it's a team that'll grind and they'll wear you down. This side has evolved in a direction where they just try to blow you apart early, right? They're a real attack-minded side. Yeah. And Melbourne, if you played Melbourne at home, at night, they were unbeatable almost. Yeah. Where at night football this year, they're struggling. It just shows you how they've evolved as a football side.
That was disappointing for Manly, though. That bounce pass to Xavier Coates and no one's around there. I thought he was brilliant, Xavier Coates. There was one tackle from Hopewadi. He made a break and bummed him in the touch, which was
we'll have a look at that in a second, Hindy. But Nelson got a couple of weeks for the elbow.
Oh, he wouldn't be too popular with the coaching staff.
Yeah, Bellamy could be.
This is just frustration, then it makes it worse because Harry scores off the back of this. This is.
But can I ask, why is that not play on? Was it? So it's deemed foul play earlier. But isn't that, boys? Can I ask you a question? Do you still practice that hip through, elbow out, in your wrestling sessions? Because everyone does it. You know, you should put your hip through and throw the elbow. I saw Zach Lomax get pinched for one as well during Origin.
It's a bit of like a technique, sort of in and around the wrestle of the game. But I think when you cop someone on the chin like that, they're pretty.
You happy with that penalty?
I'm happy with that penalty.
Boys, going back to the Harry Grant, what does Ivan and the coaching staff tell you to do when putting kick pressure on? What's the golden rule out of Penrith?
Yeah, I just think with the crackdown at the moment, like it's just you just can't really make too much contact. Like we want to get to kickers, but it's sort of just steadying your feet and being in a position to be able to tackle them if you sort of fake them into a run. But yeah, it just seems like you're just playing with fire too much at the moment to try and really go out and get them.
I think Blaize, fellow playmakers, I think you shouldn't be able to touch the halves at all, to be honest.
Yeah, you push hard for that, don't you?
Hey? Yeah.
But you can't just give them a free shot at having a crack at
Why not?
Look, I get it if it was a kick downfield.
Yeah. No, I totally get it.
If you're a chance of winning the game, you've got to put some sort of pressure on you. And you're going to make contact somewhere.
Yeah, I totally understand. I think that one, the Harry one, was very, very tame. Yeah. You've got to expect to be hit to a certain degree. I mean, it was brought in. There was a time in the game where, oftentimes for a small period there, where teams were attacking the standing foot.
Yes.
And going for the knee.
Stephen Price was a bit. He was a.
Well, that's your opinion.
Lee said, anyway, good on Manly. Manly had a good win.
What a wonderful person. Lehigh Hopewadi, you said about his tackle, mate. Geez, he can play Lehigh. And this one here, like Xavier Coates. When Xavier Coates gets in the clear, usually it's all over.
You think he's away here. Brooksy's doing his best there.
He just doesn't just tackle him, just pushes him over.
Yeah.
Wonder what John would say.
John wouldn't give him a rap.
No.
No, strong.
Should have thrown him in.
Is he hard to tackle, boys?
Yeah,
Hopper?
He's one of those like deceptively strong.
Yeah. So. A bit like you, Blaize. You're deceptively strong.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Getting plenty of raps.
See the way he plays.
See the way he plays.
Yeah.
Good power.
I just like him. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
Bloody very nice kid.
Yeah.
Good kid. How'd you get engaged too? Is that true?
No? Not yet. No.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah. Don't do it. No, I'm only joking. I can imagine she'd be a lovely lady. What's going on? My Maccas I'm loving at the moment is the Constitution of Marriage. No, it's Lockie Galvin coming up with a big match-winning pass right when they needed to get the Dogs home. In this play, I mean, the shape they run is crucial in this. When you're a playmaker and you run that shape, you got one under, one short. It just gives you an extra second of sight time and gave Galvin the side of Sloan, making a defensive misread here. But I tell you what, for Galvin, it's exactly what he needed.
Yes, and look, up until this game, I thought he was solid, but this pass here probably shows why Serraldo wants him in the team, because he's a live wire and not too many players could throw that pass. I thought his game he was a little bit rusty.
Yeah.
And I think the outside men of the Bulldogs are getting used to his style of play. I don't feel, and I feel sorry for Toby Sexton, but I feel that we might not see him barring injury back in the side.
Fletcher, and Blaize would attest to this. It's a big ask to actually go into a whole new system of play mid-year when you're trying to learn the system and then having to steer the whole side around. Like Blaize, I imagine when you first went into the Penrith system, your head's spinning a little bit at first. Yeah,
it is. I think that's why it took me like a while to sort of, get into it, and I think that was good for me as well. Sort of by my time, and I think it's coming good now.
Yeah, mate, certainly are. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but Flano was filthy after the game. A couple of calls went against him. One in particular, the Carraz played the ball. Now, look, it's 6 and 1, half dozen the other, but most times this year, that isn't a penalty.
No.
It hasn't been. And this is what I don't get. Well, Luciano is not looking. He can't disappear out of the... And earlier on in the year, the memo from the NRL was you got to get to your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got hands still on the ground.
Yes, I feel really sorry for the Dragons, because it's been a couple of calls...
Big time.
...they've had where they've been robbed at the last minute.
They've lost a lot of close games.
Yeah.
A lot of close games. Look like they're a tough side to play. I reckon the bloke that when they're on, every side has their barometer, and I reckon theirs is Moses Suley. When I see Moses early in the game really taking that ball, I go, OK, they're on. Feel free to agree.
Yeah.
All right, Blaize, thanks, mate. 31-18, Sharkies over the Roosters. Last 2 weeks has probably been the best of the Sharkies. They're starting to find some consistency, and they were good here.
You go. Yeah, we both watched it. Yeah, a bit of a dubious call, that one there, that first try for Kennedy, but you could see that the Sharks were on after probably at the first 3 or 4 sets. There was a little bit of arm wrestle. They won that sort of thing early, and all of a sudden their halves, back row, they were all on, and they look. Yeah, the Chooks put up a good fight, but I thought the Sharks there they've almost hit their straps. They're not quite there, but they're getting towards it.
Hey, they're back three, Mitch, in it. Ronaldo, Katoa, when they get going and they can share that workload and yardage, makes them hard to beat.
Yeah, 100%. I've had to try and handle those blokes plenty of times, and when they get a roll on, they're some of the most damaging guys coming out of the backfield in the comp, and it looks like they're starting to hit their straps now, which is a bit worrying for the rest of the competition.
Chooks, Fletch, we said it was unusual. Like Sanders Smith had a good season. She goes injured, unfortunately, but Chad came in. It was a tough night for...
Yeah, I suppose it wasn't Chad's fault. I feel the Cronulla forwards did a great job on the Chooks forwards, because their play the balls was so slow, and off the back, the Roosters like playing off the front foot. It was a strange decision, considering Sanders Smith is the reigning Anzac Day medal winner. I thought he was solid during the start of the year. I don't know what's happened in reserve grade. Maybe Robbo just thought he wasn't up to it. Get Chad going back to his old club. The long kicking game, that's what I thought maybe why there was no Hugo.
Probably an important game with experience.
Yeah, but I just thought the Chooks lost it at the ruck. Yeah. Cronulla just defended and held them down really well.
Yeah. And Nico and Trindle, good again.
They were good, which leads me into my Maccas. I'm loving it, mate.
Go for it, baby.
Blake Brayley. This kid here, I mean, he could be a smoky for the end of year, the Ashes tour. Like, we talked about how Nico was going to hopefully get off the back of Adam Fanua-Blake, but when Nico gets off the back of this kid here, he's been the Sharks' best player for the last 18 months.
Yeah,
he's an absolute gem. He knows when to run, really quick, really resilient. I think this is 120th consecutive game, and if Harry Grant or Mitch Kenny aren't ready for the Ashes, I would throw this kid in.
And the crowd obviously agreed.
He's a beauty.
Yeah, guys, my Maccas I'm loving at the moment came from this same game. On debut, Chris Va'ila, I thought had a great debut game for the Sharks. Scores a nice try here. It seems to happen quite a lot now, blokes scoring on debut. It would never happen back in the day, but they're always seem to find try.
Isn't it good when you see a young bloke score and everyone just gets around?
Yeah.
It's good. Trust in her. You're going to need to trust me on it there. He's good. Good in a Blaize.
Yeah, good on him.
Thanks,
Good on him. Did you
Blaize.
score on debut, Blaize?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah,
You were around the
Tommy. You were around the centres, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's right. We're in here.
That's when
watching
you're
that.
playing for Para.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good team.
Yeah, we remember that.
Yeah.
We'll sit there.
Just imagine if you were still there now, you'd slot straight in.
Yeah.
Well, you could,
Yeah. But
but you're at Penrith.
yeah, I'm happy where I am.
Blaize,
You're happy, are you?
Yeah.
Hindy was devastated when you left. Broken-hearted.
Told you that already, Blaize. I told you out in the green room how disappointed I was in you. Anyway, good luck this year.
Thanks.
Don't you look after yourself, mate. NRL, not real long.
Yeah.
Now, it's true. 1 minute you're flying high. Next minute you're, well, let's not get too morbid. Raiders 40-16 over the Parramatta Eels. I tell you, Hindy, the scoreline is absolutely no indication of how hard-fought this game was. Raiders surged late and scored a number of tries, but I tell you, without Mitchell Moses, this young Eel side is showing, that there's a lot of upside in 2026.
Yeah, I think so too, Matty. Look, the Raiders got off to a fly. I think it was 10-0 after about 7 minutes, and I thought, well, this could be anything in this game. But the Eels, they fought back well. They controlled the ruck a little bit more. Young Papali'i, who they're giving a crack there in the halves. Look, I think he had a mixed bag, but he's still early days yet.
Yeah.
I think because he's, was he a fullback, Blaize?
Yeah.
That's his predominant position, isn't it? But Iongi at the fullback there at the moment, you're not going to get the job off him. So,
Well, that's the thing, with him, and a lot's been made of the Dylan Brown situation with Jason Riles.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's Riles is going, no, I'm going to start to blood young blokes for next season. And I think it's a really smart, mature choice to be able to do that. And look at those young guys. He would look at, if there's 6 games to go in the end of the year, go, righto, most times they're going to be a 6, 6.5 out of 10, just hoping maybe to jag an 8 for that confidence. But, the more you play, as you blokes know, the more experience those young blokes get going into the next pre-season, it's just invaluable.
Well, we've seen it with Iongi so far this year, young bloke coming through. Blaize as well out at Penrith as well. Little shaky at the start, but as you said, the more you play, you get used to it. You know the style of footy you're playing, and
particularly in the halves,
you're improving. Yeah.
I reckon you see a real marked difference with halves when young halves hit 50 games. When you see them hit 50 games, you see they really pop. And we've seen that with Katoa, Zoe Katoa.
Yep.
Although he's done some great things, when he hit down that 50 game marks, you really go, wow, look at this kid go.
What do you got, Blaize?
Yeah.
How many games up?
Yeah.
30-something, early 30s.
Yeah, good next
Get in
year.
there.
So you compete next year.
Yeah, get in there. So hopefully
Okay, that's
Look
good.
forward
keep
to it.
going.
Matt Timoko, I tell you what, he's lucky they won.
Yeah.
Because I can only imagine. Sticky's been happy, Ricky, on the sidelines. But if they'd have lost this game by 4 points or something, honestly.
This is one of the best. That's one of the best, yeah. Yeah.
I hear good things about Matt Timoko. They tell me he's a real character.
Yeah,
Yes.
but as you could imagine, though, Sticky would have been ropeable at this point in the game too, because the Raiders were only just starting to kick away from Parramatta when that happened. So, but I thought I might a bit of a shout out to the Fox. I thought he was very good for the Eels.
Mate, he
very
has been
good.
a great
yeah,
signing.
yeah.
Really, really good. So well done.
Thank you.
Although, mate,
Yes.
your job on this show is to be pessimistic. You're
Well,
stepping outside your lane.
when they signed him, I thought, really, is it a good signing?
There we go. That's better. There he goes. He's back. Everyone's got a roll here. Now, Jim Bean's dynamic duo, some things are just better together. And just when you thought going to a Coldplay concert was the stupidest thing you could do, the old kiss cam, that old doozy. Dating the head of HR.
What about that?
There you go. Well, I tell you what, they have. At the Coldplay concert, they've got Kiss Cam. In rugby league, we've got Dance Cam. Remember this Palooka a couple of years ago at the Doggies game?
It was good. Yeah.
Mate, look at that.
He became a bit of a cult hero.
Yeah.
Is that MJ moves?
Could be.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Look, he was a really good dancer.
Who
But
was this?
I've seen better. Hang on, watch this. Did he get his shirt off? He's got a bit of a rug on him too, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Get it off. Get
the
it
best.
Well, that's great.
Oh, no.
And he's got some moves.
No.
If you really want to see dancing, viewers, this is dancing. Have a look at this. I still don't understand why the shirt is unbuttoned so far.
Because I was at an Italian wedding. When in Rome. Actually, that fits perfectly. Let's go to Flesh of the VB Bar.
2020, where does the year go? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. And a couple of our former Penrith player, Terrell May there, 117. Dylan Edwards, who was fantastic for the Panthers on Saturday or Friday night, 116 points. And then we've got Cam McGuinness. But we're giving this award to Jakey Trbojevic. So, Jakey, 58 points. 45 tackles. He didn't really have to run much, but he certainly was locking up the middle of the ruck. But this is what I love about him: the emotion he shows. Watch what he does here. So Jakey's just a ball of energy. Imagine if they lost. I'd like to know what he would have done if they lost. But he's a team man through and through. And you think about the Manly Seagulls, you think about Jakey Trbojevic. So well done, brother. Exciting news, the big leg up, we are going to unveil it next week. So if you've got your entries in, fingers crossed that you will be the winner of $50,000 thanks to VB. So we'll tell you next week.
Nicely done, Fletch. Glad you found that sheet.
Yeah, where was the Italian wedding at?
Yeah, you dropped me off that night. Do you remember we were here, semi-final, it was at Centennial Park.
So how did you deteriorate so much?
I know.
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
Did you have a shirt on? I couldn't see.
Yeah, I had a shirt. I just had it unbuttoned all the way down. I just get in the mood, you know, like...
Did you have your chain on? Did you have your chain on?
No, I wasn't wearing a chain
Were you wearing your ladies' watch?
I know it. It's not a ladies' watch, but no, I wasn't.
But Matthew, you don't have Italian blood. So why do you...
Hang on a second. Italian, it's a mindset.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm surrounded by Italians.
Yes.
And everyone in my street are Italian. I'm the only, you know...
Non-Italian.
Yeah, non-Italian. Thank you.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a mindset. I like that.
It is. Absolutely.
Drinking VB's a mindset too.
Yeah, they reckon. Particularly when you have 1,000 of them. Right, I will take a break this week and face-to-face Tommy Flegler.
For people that don't know, explain the injury that you had.
I made a tackle in round 5 last year. I stretched the nerve and it never came back to.
The boy from Tully in North Queensland,
Yep.
What's life like on the banana farm these days?
North Queensland, whether you're banana farmers or cane or cattle, you know, our whole life evolves around football and farming.
Here's a shot from Flegler.
When you're on the field, how much do you love that physicality?
I wasn't the most skillful bloke. I sort of played with a bit more physical side of things, and that's what I love about the sport.
How much do you miss in that physicality and that battle at the moment?
It's frustrating. It's hard to get your head around it. Sitting there treading water, you don't really know when you're going to be back.
Has anyone ever sat you down at any point and said, you might not play again?
Welcome back, gang. This week's Rugby League Bazaar takes us back to round 1, 2011, and the Titans against the Dragons. Let's have a look. How bizarre!
He clutches at a knee or an ankle, perhaps here's Sauer to kick off the outside of the boot. And Phil Haynes, the referee, got tangled up with everybody.
Well, what do we do here?
I got hammered there, Clarkie.
Yes, you did.
I just want to see if me getting hammered has made Princey or the try scorer able to get that ball.
He got taken out. You're absolutely right. Jamie Sauer, another lovely, deft little kick. Oh, well, it might have played a role in Zillman getting there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I said I might have been wrong. Once we saw the slow motion, no, Zillman was...
Tell you what, Phil Haynes will need some ice when he gets back to the referee's room after the game, because he took a real shot, didn't he?
Who's the standby referee?
Try, Clarkie.
Steve Clark is up in the video referee's box. Fortunately, his hands are tied, and the Dragons pick up 4 points, perhaps even 6. And the Titans are going to blow up, but there was nothing that Steve Clark could do.
Willie Zillman there. Blast from the past. Now, people, it's time for Gimme Five. And first off, let's talk about the Dolphins and Cowboys. 43-24. The Dolphins got the Cowboys. Dolphins were on their way to a 50-point win here. Big win. Cowboys sort of put their dukes up with about 15 minutes to go and made the score respectable. But tell you what, Fletch, Dolphins, they should be playing finals.
Well, they're in this four-way battle. I think the Chooks are in there and with the Sharks as well. Attacking-wise, there's no better team to watch. And defensively, I suppose they have improved since last year, but I think they're down to 10th position now, and they can't afford any more injuries. We know a lot of their forwards I think they get Felice back. But as long as the Hammer and young Katoa stay fit, they are a chance. But it would be good if they were they're good to watch. So if they get into the 8, they could cause a little bit of.
They were just lining up the other night. Lining up. The Cowboys' defence was all over the shop, and when you're playing against a speedy side like the Dolphins, it's always going to be tough.
Well, they're up to 9th, so they're sitting in 9th. They look at their for and against.
So we look at that. We lock in the top 6, right? So 7th and 8th spot, you got Manly, Sharks, Dolphins, Roosters, and so on. Who do you think gets 7th and 8th, boys? What do you think? Which two sides?
I think
lock the Sharks.
I'm going to go Sharks as well. Yeah, I think they'll be good enough to get there.
I'm going to go Manly and Chooks.
I'm in Dolphins. I'd like to see the Dolphins there.
Okay. You like dolphins, don't you?
Fun fact. Fellow mammals.
Fun fact. You know how tuna's
Blaize
beautiful.
doesn't know that.
You know tuna is beautiful. We love
to eat.
Yeah, to eat.
Yeah,
Can you eat dolphin?
I think you could,
but it doesn't.
I think it's frowned upon.
Okay. So why are they frowned upon and tuna's not frowned upon?
Because it's a mammal.
It's a good question.
It's a mammal.
But tuna is delicious. Yellowfin tuna. Bottlenose. I might give it a crack.
It's like that, I was thinking, recently, I had a bit of a discussion with my son about cannibalism, and he asked me the question, is cannibalism illegal? And I was like you, I said, I don't know, I don't know whether it's, or is it just frowned upon?
I think it would be. But talking about eating fish that are deadly, in Japan you can eat blowfish, and we know the blowfish is poisonous.
Simpsons did an episode on it.
Yeah, but you've got to cook it the right way. So you're putting your trust in the head chef in Japan, otherwise you might die.
Same as mushrooms.
Sorry?
My late father-in-law, Tony, he would never eat out because he's always suspicious. He always says he would not eat in restaurants because he said that the chef could slip something in his food and kill him.
Yeah.
And I said, why would he want to do that? He said, I don't know. So, it's just some people. But he would go to Sizzler. He'd either eat at home or Sizzler. And I said, why Sizzler? He said, because it's a buffet. They can't differentiate.
Oh, gotcha. Yes.
Anyway, 100 days to the Ashes. Look forward to that. Believe that all matches are sold out. Wembley sold out. Everton staying with Liverpool sold out. Headingley sold out. And Kevin Walters will be announced tomorrow. Kevin Walters is the coach. Well done, Kev. Fantastic. Great appointment.
It's going to be awesome because we know how passionate he is. He's coached Queensland, he's coached the Broncos. You can only imagine how passionate he's going to be coaching the Kangaroos. So, great selection, I feel. And Nathan, I know you bumped him. You want to be an assistant?
I did bump him this afternoon, yes, on Sunday Ticket. That I think I could be a good assistant.
I think you'd be great.
Yes.
You do great things for this show, I know that.
I know, just someone to lean on,
Yeah,
take the heavy hits.
Yeah, sounding board. Yep.
So when you yell at Brian comes to me.
That's right. And you have a curious mind.
Yes.
You always come up with new ideas for segments.
Always new ideas for segments. Yeah. Maybe new training programs.
Yep, why not?
Yeah.
Supplements. Now, look, I'm not really into golf, but this caught my attention. Just quieten down and have a listen to this.
Scheffler.
Who found that?
What about that?
Just a bit of flatulence.
Well, it's extraordinary. Let's stick to the golf. Just a little bit of wind from behind.
Was it in the commentary box?
Just helped to ease down the green.
And if that tickled your fancy, the final round is on later tonight, actually. As we might follow through. Tim Zhu, unfortunately, they lost to Sebastian Fendora in the world title fight. Fendora, he sat Tim in the first round. He dropped him in the first round. Tim fought back. He was really getting back into the fight, but by the end of the 7th round, the petrol tank was just completely on empty, and he quit the fight. he was really, as is always ways, he was really gracious in defeat after it and wrapped Fundora. Fundora fought an incredible fight. And in the main bout, of course, amazingly, Manny Pacquiao, 46 years of age, didn't just go the distance with Mario Barrios. He actually pulled off a draw, which was amazing. Was it a draw or was it a bit of a gift to Manny? Probably a little bit of a gift, but still, be 46 years of age and go the distance with the world champion. Yeah. Well done to Timmy. Putting his dukes up over there. Fletch.
Yes, well, matey, we're bringing back an old segment and it's a beauty. It's Call Me. So, yeah, if you hadn't realised that Nathan was making his full-time debut on Sunday Ticket.
Why are you showing? You're not showing it.
I'm not showing you that, but we got a special message from a fan who wished you good luck.
It's a capper here, guys, in case you're living on Mars. 6-time leading God King of Hall of Fame. Okay, this is Nathan. Congratulations, son. You're on a great show. It's called the Working on Sunday Ticket. Good on you, mate. That's shit right. No wonder you're excited. I'd be coming in and sitting on your head and be on the show too. Like the front bar, but even better. So good. I love it like a brother, Nathan, but I'm from Tasmania. 3 cheers to Warrior, 3 cheers, Nathan. Make sure you have a great year and you'll get there early. Put your makeup on, do your hair like me, a bit of Botox, and you'll kill it. And be positive. Happy birthday, Nathan. If it's not your birthday, I'll just throw that one in when it is your birthday, all right? So hope you go well in the new role and you'll kill it. Be confident, all right? This is Nathan, the lead man excite machine, blonde hair, blue eyed, ready for takeoff on the Sunday Ticket. Nathan goes boom.
So you got a fan in Warwick Kappa.
Awesome. Well, that's great.
I must say,
Thanks, Warwick.
he was a great host the day we went to his house to do the interview. He took us around. He's a terrific fella.
Yeah, very good company.
He was good company.
You know, have you ever heard of Warwick Kappa, Blaize?
No, I've never heard of him.
Would you like to meet him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So back in the days, the Swans, he was like, the Swans were a struggle. Here we're going down a rabbit hole here. So they relocated to Sydney. They needed a big attraction and they signed Kappa, Warwick Kappa. He used to wear the really tight shorts and good-looking rooster, had the beautiful blonde hair.
Took the mark of the century.
Took the mark of the century.
How long was he up there for?
4.5 hours.
6 hours.
He was up there so long that
Air traffic control.
Air traffic control said, we're a Kappa, 747 approaching, get out the airspace. Anyway, nice one, Fletch.
And he was a meter mate as well.
He ran for the mayor of Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Didn't get up.
Yeah.
Anyway, some people didn't know it was good for him. We'll take a break, but tomorrow morning, 9:45 a.m. Australia, they're going to take on the West Indies in T20 cricket. Get up and get amongst it. The Sunday night inquiry. Penrith 30-10 over South. Hey, Mitch, the side is 6 in a row at the moment. Strong performance against South. And, mate, really important win. Given the fact that Isaiah and Nathan were rested, it's a 4-pointer.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to get it done without some of the heavyweights in our team, and we've always thought of ourselves as probably more than just a team that relied on a couple guys. And we're starting to find our straps, and particularly guys like the fella next to me, just on fire at the moment.
Well, you're in that sweet spot at the moment. Like watching Dylan Edwards, you just see Dylan sort of get into his peak form again, and that's the thing why you're in such great position to 5-peat. Is you've got blokes like Blaize and Casey here, who are actually, you can see now that are actually. They're used to the pace. They've got their NRL legs under them, and new blokes coming into peak form. Mate, I tell you what, how is the feeling in the team compared to other seasons, Mitch? Given the nature of this year, the slow start and everything, how do you feel at the moment?
No, I feel really good. I feel really confident, but just not getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, we definitely happy with where we're at in terms of banking a few wins, but we know if we will play a grand final tomorrow, we wouldn't be up for it. So we feel like there's plenty of work to do, and we're just trying to attack it one day at a time and keep building.
It's been an amazing season. We oftentimes say that it's the closest season in years. We say it almost every year, but this year is a season that feels like someone could come completely out of the clouds and win it. But there's no doubt all these sides top of the table, Canberra, are looking over their shoulder at you blokes. And you said before about getting the job done without guys like Nathan and Isaiah. I think Schneider's an example of the strength of the system as opposed to the player. I thought it was one of his best performances in a Panthers jersey. Thought he was sensational.
Yeah, Snitty's one of many guys who has just come in and he's just grown week to week for us. And yeah, he was great the other night. And we've always had a lot of belief in Snitty, but looks like he's really finding that in himself at the moment as well. And yeah, he's been awesome for us, and he'll definitely feature in our team somewhere for the rest of the year. But yeah, it's been really good for him to get some games under his belt while Nate's been out.
When you talk about like the form players in the competition, Fletch was talking about Blake Brayley before. If you're talking about the form players in the competition, you've got to talk about Casey McLean as well. I mean, the game that he played against Stephen Crichton a few weeks back, and he was just, you could just see it was a coming-of-age game. Enormous performance. Yeah,
I think that was certainly one of those games for Case where he's just sort of working out what he's capable of, and he went up against Critter, who's obviously a world-class centre, and yeah, he really held his gloves up that night, and more than that, and he's another example of a guy who's just getting better week to week, and we get to see him at training every day, and we knew how good he was, but I think the rest of the competition's starting to see it as well.
Can I ask, what was the... Can you put your finger on why you had such a slow start? Did you do something different in the off-season, or what was it about?
No, it was pretty hard to put our finger on, and, you know, when we look at that period, at the time, we probably thought we were training well and preparing for games well, but it wasn't probably until after the game in Bathurst against Knights where we got a bit embarrassed and sort of drew a line in the sand and realised that our intensity just wasn't there. We've been probably a bit too nice and soft with each other at training. We probably weren't holding our standards in high enough regard, and yeah, from then we've just sort of really been attacking every day at training, and it started to show up in our performances.
Blaize, yourself, coming in, like we were saying, going from the outside backs, going to Penrith, playing in the six, and it's you watch certain attacks, and you can see with the Penrith attack, the attacking system, it's an exact science. You know, it's quite, I won't say complicated, but it's complex. How did you find initially going into that system?
Yeah, you know, it took me a while, to be honest. Like, I thought my time in Cup for a bit was, you know, good for me, and then, I don't know, each week just sort of, you know, growing, learning from the previous week, and yeah, I just feel like, you know, I'm on a, you know, pretty good trajectory.
Have you been given like a bit of a free rein, or is it, Coach Cleary and the number 7 Nathan Cleary, they let you play the style of footy you want to play?
Yeah, I think, you know, our styles of footy sort of, you know, mixed together well, and I've been, you know, allowed to, you know, play my sort of footy, and each week my role's been getting bigger and bigger, and I think, you know, that's, you know, built my confidence.
I tell you what, Blaize, I reckon a big difference in your game. I commentated the game when you played at Magic Round against the Broncos, and I thought you were outstanding. I think a big difference come when Nathan really, I think, started to understand you, and you see here how straight he started playing, which just gave you a little bit of extra space and room to move. Did you feel like, was this game one of those games where you started to feel a lot more comfortable in the system?
Yeah, I think, like even, I don't know, previous games, it took me a while to adjust just to learn how to play 6 again, because it had been a while, but I think that game was, you know, pretty big step in how, you know, where I'm at now, so yeah.
What about Nathan? Like, do you do extras with him? Like, how hard does Nathan work away from the team?
Yeah, he does a lot, eh?
Does he?
Honestly, yeah.
Don't just say it.
Like, no, he does. And, like everyone, you can ask anyone, they'll tell you. And I don't know, just doing little things with him and stuff that, I don't know, the fans don't see. So yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Blaize, I was watching the great show The Fan on Fox League the other night, and I saw this.
Grease.
Wow, that's a good one.
I say that one, yeah.
You're a musical man?
Yeah.
How good.
Yeah.
How did you get into Grease? That requires a follow-up
I don't know, it's just one of those movies that are always on, like, at home.
Yeah.
I just love
likes
the
it.
songs, yeah. The music,
Bit of John Travolta. Love that.
That's interesting. Can we touch on that a little bit more? Like, where did it all start? Grease, the love of Grease for you?
I think it's just the musicals. Like, I've always loved, you know, musicals, and Grease is always one of those classics.
Are you allowed to play any of that sort of music in the gym or in the sheds prior to games?
I haven't tested the waters. So.
Yeah.
When will you get a chance?
I think this week's the weekend. Beauty school dropout. Yeah, bit of
Have you seen, Blaize, have you seen Grease 2?
No,
Grease 2
I
got
don't know.
voted the worst sequel ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
And there's been some bludgers. It's bad. Shooter McGavin's in it.
Yeah, it's
shocking. Married to the Mob. One of her finest performances. What's her name?
Who?
I'm trying to think of her. Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, yes.
Catwoman.
Yeah, she was in
Yeah, oh, you're
Did not.
Catwoman, yes.
It just. It
Now,
reached
Blaize,
no
we had a
great
chat to
heights.
you pre-Vegas. Do you remember this?
Yeah. Oh,
We had a chat to you. We've got a little bit of a clip here.
What'd you get in your HSC?
89.9.
It's 90.
Yeah, 90.
Yeah. How'd you go, Blaize?
Is it a Jaffa? Do you the old Jaffa?
No.
Sure, mate.
The old red dot?
Blazer.
No, I don't care. 35.
35? Did you not...
Did you get 35?
What a dumb shit.
So that was... Is that 35 out of 100?
Yeah, 99.9.
Yes, OK. We got 35. So now it's time for this. Are you smarter than the Panthers 5'8"? So I'm going to give a question to you, Blaize, and then a question to you, Mitch.
Sweet.
And we're going to add them up and we're going to have a winner. Blaize, first question. Spell DCE.
DCE.
Well done. Mitch, your turn. Spell Nwanganitawasa.
No attempts, no.
Come on, give it a crack.
Oh.
Nwanganitawase. Now, I can tell you this. The G,
N-A-W-A...
there's a Q in it.
Yeah, yeah. N-A-W-A-Q-U-A... Oh.
Anyway, Blaize, question 2. This is maths. What number do you wear?
Number 6.
6. Boom. 2 zip. Now, this is maths, remember? It's maths. Mitch, what was the score on the 1974 MCO Cup semi-final between the Roosters and the Panthers? I'll take either half-time or full-time. But I'll go full-time here.
Full-time, it was 12-8.
Oh, close. 9-10.
Yeah.
10-9. No, 9-10. Now, geography. This is a touchy one here.
Strong point.
Blaize, which capital city are the Canberra Raiders from?
Canberra.
Boom, 3 zip. Mitchy, you've got to get on the board here. What is the capital city of Liechtenstein?
Oh, no clue.
Give it a guess. Starts with V.
Nothing.
Vaduz.
Vaduz, of course.
Now, what luck. Any of you two can jump in here. You should be able to guess this. Whilst the country was in lockdown during COVID, who was caught dancing on TikTok to the song Blinding Lights by The Weeknd? Blaize?
Nothing clear.
Wrong. It was these 3 gentlemen. So, Buzz Rockfield, Dean Ritchie and the Reed Man in the background. Look at them getting into it. So that was our I&A. So well done, Blaize.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You need more work, Mitch,
Yeah, I know.
unfortunately.
What about Bulldog too? Broke the zone burpee record again yesterday.
Again?
Yep.
How does he
1100.
Yeah, 1100.
He's got to have a go at that planking.
He did it an hour and a quarter. Yesterday, he did it an hour and 10 minutes. And getting that buff head up and down.
the tiny hands.
His arms are so little.
He's got tiny little hand, pterodactyl arms. Yeah. That's why he never shouts.
Yes.
OK, we'll take a break. Hammy's up next. Welcome back to the show, and big welcome to Hammy. Welcome. How you going, Hammy?
Mate, how about those Tigers?
Boys got it done for you today.
That is the 9th game this season that's been settled by 6 points or less. Not good for my health.
No.
Yeah.
What's your position? We just spoke about Leichhardt Oval.
Yep.
Right, I understand the commercial side of things with money, but would you, if they said to you tomorrow, do a vote, Leichhardt Oval every home game, would you vote for that?
I'd take it. Yeah, it was looking good today. Big home ground advantage. I mean, I love my Campbelltown Stadium as well. You know, I love the 9th wonder of the world. But if I had to, if they made me go to the 8th, I'd be happy with that as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
OK, now, try July.
Yes, it's flying. Another 100K raised for charity this weekend. up over 300k now, which is fantastic. So a couple of highlights from this week. I've got a little top 3 from this week as well. We've had some great try celebrations. Dill Edwards, obviously, boys, he whipped out the Erling Haaland there, a little bit of earthing in the in-goal. Just focusing his chi in the in-goal there, which we love to see. Then we had the Sharkies. We had Kennedy and Trindle. A little bit of rocking the baby there. Don't really know what's doing there, but good on the boys. And then, obviously, the girls from North Queensland. How good was this? Keeping up with the news over the weekend. And they've given us the old Coldplay concert. How good's that? Yeah. So not bad. So if you're keeping up with the news and having the finger on the pulse, we made that one $10,000 as well. So well done, girls.
Yeah, great stuff. Yep. Good work. Now, Hemi, grand final market.
Yeah, premiership market. So a little bit of a wobble from the Storm, but the market hasn't worried too much. The Raiders have come in a little bit, looking like they'll finish top 2, maybe 2 finals down in Canberra. It'll be tough to play them down there, we know. But the Panthers, they're the team we've taken the most bets on in the last month. $7.50 now. Yeah, the punters really getting around the Panthers.
Now the race for the 8.
Yep, race for the 8. So, look, the market reckons the Sharkies are home. They've only got one side outside the 8 on their run home. The Chooks have got a tough run. They've got 5 teams inside the top 8, 3 of them in the top 4 as well, so they might have left their run a bit late. I reckon the Dolphins, though, they've got the equal best attack in the comp, the second best points differential, a few players to come back in. I reckon they might be the bet to sneak in there in that last spot, $1.90.
Now, what about least wins, Hammy?
Least wins. The Titans today, that was a big game for them. Unfortunately, they're still odds on to win the Spoon. The Eels and the Rabbitohs are there as well, but the Titans, they've got a game against Souths and a game against the Tigers. They'd have to win both of those and have results go their way. Good to see the Tigers not on that graphic, though. Looks like we've locked up a spot in the top 16.
Yeah, good. Relief. Good on you, Hammy. Hey, Blaize, Mitch, thanks for coming in, boys. Good luck for the rest of the season. Good on you, Blaize. Doing good, mate. Keep powering, brother. Last final word, Scotty Scheffler. Did you get it done?
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler, $1.14. Similar odds as Bulldog Richie to win the next burpee competition. So can't see him getting knocked off.
Sage advice. Well done. Yep. There you go. Have a good one. Have a good one, guys. Have a good night.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.